And I think we probably should do the news. We haven't squeezed it in yet, have we?
No, we're going to do our sexual harassment quiz
that's
here.
right. Okay, good.
It's the memory span of a frog, isn't it amazing?
All right, I'll save the news for tomorrow. It'll wait.
Yep.
Now, this is serious. We do have the...
This is serious.
It is.
So you guys just got this brochure, is that right?
I
Yes.
haven't received
You
one
haven't
yet.
got a copy.
You have it. You just
No,
haven't seen
you don't
it yet.
understand. This is
to pass it around.
you will be handed
Have
this
to sign it.
by a member of the management here at the radio station, and then you will have to read it, and then you will have to sign this. This
Yeah.
page is
Horse hockey. And someone has to sign off on
check.
it, too.
Check.
Oh, really?
You have to witness
One of our
that you did
bosses.
it.
You don't seem to understand. If you want to work here, you have to read this, and you have to sign off on
You
it.
have to agree.
This is how the companies protect themselves.
In
What
fact,
about what about all the dames? Do they have to?
yeah, the chick's got to sign it, too.
I think that's in the dictionary of terms you're not
Now,
supposed to.
here we go. For example, it says types of sexual harassment. And again, the best part of this is, first of all, it violates my rule, which is books have to be a certain shape.
Well, this is a pamphlet.
For me to take a book seriously, it has to be the shape
Bob
of
is
a
right.
book. It
It's
has
a
to be
pamphlet.
just slightly longer than it is wide.
Right.
Well, now,
Square books are toy books.
If you look on the cover, this is not a book or a booklet.
It's a pocket
It's a
guide.
pocket guide.
I see. Okay.
Designed
It's
to
in
fit
your
in your
pocket,
pocket.
Mr.
Carry it
Pocket
around
Man.
at work.
Okay, see, this looks to me like something that would be directions for a stereo, and as you know, I do not ever read directions because I'm a man. Okay, types of sexual harassment, there are two. Has little drawings, once again, like Goofus and Gallant. And interestingly enough, it's done in the designer of this thing. It's all done in black and white, and the only additional color is blue. So when they've to make people of various ethnic types.
So everyone's wearing blue clothes?
Well, the darker the people, the bluer they are.
Oh, I see.
This is, for example, an African-American who has a blue face. I
see.
believe that's the...
Okay. I see how it works.
Good judgment call there, the printer. Quid pro quo. A little bit of Latin for you.
Are you sure it's quid?
Shut up, Chic.
Yeah. No, see, quim pro quo.
Totally different.
Yep, that's different.
That's a nightclub act in Vegas.
There we go.
It says
Julie Quim.
now quid pro quo loosely translates to exchange something for something. Okay, you've heard that term used, I'm sure.
A little nasty stuff for a job.
Thank you.
A job for a job.
You want promoted?
It says here, this is when submission to or rejection of sexual advances is used as a basis for employment decisions such as pay increases, hiring or firing, promotions, performance appraisals. Examples. Frank is told that he will not be promoted unless he agrees to engage in sexual relations with his female boss. Now, see, they right away, they give you a curveball.
Right. Sure they do. First of all, if Frank the fag turns it down.
What kind of queer is Frank who's not turning down a perfectly good woman?
It's not part of the pocket guide.
It isn't? Oh.
No, I'm surprised. I imagine in the next edition of this, it'll probably say that Frank, his female or male boss. See, because another.
Boy, there's
example.
nothing worse than working for a woman, man.
Another example is Margaret's supervisor gives her a poor job evaluation after she declines to have an affair with him. See, in each of these cases, a sexual demand was made in exchange for something else.
Right.
If the employee refuses the sexual demand, they may or will face adverse consequences.
I always say, what better way to find out what kind of employee you have other than to screw them?
Oh, my God.
That can tell an employer
Oh, their
so much.
defenses are down. They're yelling stuff they don't normally yell.
Sheila, your phone answering skills are somewhat limited, but I'll tell you what.
Let me tell you something.
You know your way around.
Exactly right. You know what goes where.
Yeah. You were reaching and
Wouldn't
cursing.
phone answering skills be considered oral skills, Tom?
Could be. Now, here's the one where we're in trouble already. We haven't even started and we're in trouble on this one.
Are we?
This is
Are you shocked by that?
This is a type of sexual harassment, hostile environment.
Oh.
Now it shows a woman who, by the way, has a mighty nice rack.
That's a good thing.
It shows a woman looking at what appears to be a trifold nudie girl taped to the wall.
And look at her look of shock.
And she has this look of with her hand up to her lips. And by the way, look at that lipstick. Is that
blue?
Does that pouty? Of course, it's blue. Yeah. Does that pouty mouth say something to you, Pat? Does it say "Enter here"?
No, I don't think that's what
I don't think it says.
Yeah.
So we
now, do you notice what large breasts she has?
Oh,
She's
yeah.
wearing a very tight sweater in this. These are all drawings.
Maybe
of course.
she's noticed a picture of herself.
Could
Well,
be.
you know what I'm getting from this book? She
a Woody.
wants it.
She wants it. She's ready to go. She's seen that dirty picture and she's getting all lubed up.
It says here now, a hostile environment at the workplace. This refers to sexual comments, physical touching, or displays of objects that unreasonably interfere with work performance.
Does it say anything about doing the news next to a naked woman wearing red high heels there?
No.
You only had to do that once, right?
We had to do it once.
Hey, you know,
Didn't say anything about
that's
naked
why that's why Cronkite left CBS. He wanted her every night, and they said no.
But see, it doesn't say anything about that. It just says pictures.
Oh, pictures.
Let me finish
She
reading.
was live in
Pictures,
person.
It says unreasonably interfere, blah blah blah, creating an intimidating, hostile, or offensive work environment. These may include
Yeah.
displaying calendars, graffiti, sexual objects, and pictures.
Put
Where's
that
that
away,
dildo,
Chick. Yeah,
Chick?
put that away.
Now,
I can't say.
right now in this room, Kristy was sent a dildo by one of our listeners, and it happens to be in the room. Do you find that intimidating at all, Pat, having a dildo right next to you?
Yeah, I
while you're-
think that should be out of the room.
Really?
Well,
Where do you want me to put it, Pat?
I say we hide it so you can't see it. That's what I say.
I have an idea. I have an idea, Pat. You close your eyes.
And we're going to put it back in the box. All right?
Put it away. Take it back out. Put it away. Take it back out. Put it away. Take it back out.
Okay, now, once again, hostile environment. Here's where we are in serious trouble.
Blah, blah.
Regular, persistent use of offensive language, jokes, suggestions of a sexual nature, gestures, or comments.
Jeez.
Pat, we are rich.
I know. We could be really.
See, jokes. Who would have thought? But do you think the founding fathers sat down and said, we have to find a way to legislate jokes out of our society?
Yes.
Let's see. When do we start the book burning? Cecil, go get the gasoline.
No. Jefferson was actually writing the Constitution while he was banging his slave, if I remember correctly.
Talk about sexual harassment. Hey, I own you, bitch. Wow. Yeah, man.
Thank you for wording it that way.
Yeah, that's right.
'Cause
Good job.
that wasn't at all offensive.
I am uncomfortable.
Everyone's forgotten about the neighborhood I was buying groceries in.
Now, if Tom, if you'll skip down on this page, they're starting to give examples now. And the first one's about a male employee putting up a calendar in the office with nude
It
pictures.
says the nude female pictures displayed on the wall make Rachel uncomfortable whenever she looks at it. The
All right,
male
read-
employee ignores Rachel's request to remove the calendar.
Read the next star. Read about Mark's problem.
Mark is embarrassed and offended when his female coworkers continuously talk about their sexual encounters, even though he has told them it offends him.
Oh, come on. Wait a minute.
Nancy boy.
Women don't do that.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Oh,
Don't
yes,
do
they
one.
do.
Talk about their sexual encounters at the work.
What do you mean? You do?
Hey, wait a minute. I don't want to name it a name. You ever been over to that part of the building?
There's talk. There's diagrams.
Really?
Diagrams.
Heck yeah.
These examples show that the offender's repeated behavior, even after the offended person makes it known how they feel, has the effect of unreasonably interfering with an individual's work performance or creates an intimidating, offensive work environment. So we're in trouble there.
Are we?
Let's take the quiz.
Already?
Now, before we take the quiz, we might want
I
to.
need to be informed before I take the
I
quiz.
think we need to have a little bit of because you're supposed to have training.
Sure.
Right.
Oh,
So
what
I
kind of
thought what we could
training?
do, there's on page 16, Tom, it has right here common forms of sexual harassment. There are 3 different types: physical, verbal, and then nonverbal or mental.
Mental.
Oh,
behavior.
Mental. Oh,
So
guess,
I thought we
Pat,
might
guess
be
what
able
I'm
to do
doing to you right now.
See, that's number 5, Bob. That's called leering. It's right there in black and white.
That's what I thought we might do is
Oh,
maybe
no.
have Chick act out these examples
Okay.
and show us either with Pat or
Okay.
Kristy.
Now the first one. Once again, this is from our new sexual harassment
I'm
guide
ready.
here at the station. Nonverbal, mental, behavioral forms of sexual harassment. The first one, Chick, is offensive gestures or motions.
Hey, want a little of this?
We have to explain.
That would be
You do not
offensive.
put your hand into a fist and crank it up and down.
No, what we have to explain is since this is radio.
Maybe a little of this?
Do not.
Could I?
I'm right. Why don't you describe it as I'm doing it?
Do them one at a time so the audience can enjoy them. Now, the first one. The first one. Now, Chick, you take your hand. If you want to try this at home, take your hand, hold it out flat, put your fingers together, thumb out.
That would be a fist, Tom.
No. Hold it flat.
Yes.
Okay, fingers out, thumb out. Then curl the fingers up and touch the thumb to the
So you're
index
making
finger.
a big
As
O
if you're
without
holding
the...
a flashlight.
Exactly, as if you're holding a flashlight. Then hold the hand as if you're holding the flashlight in the vertical position.
Chick, your flashlight is not that big.
I can dream, can I, Mom?
Wouldn't that be a pen light?
Yeah, that would be. So then you have the invisible flashlight in your hand, hold it near your groin area, and move the hand up and down while at the same time saying,
Well, a little of this.
that would be a offensive gesture
Yes.
Gotcha.
at the workplace.
How about a little of this?
See? And verbal, too.
Now, see, in this,
It's on
now
both
this a
together.
little of this. In this case, you're holding your hand out flat once again,
my
and you're
hand.
just twitching the tips of your fingers as if to say, "Come here, baby."
Holding it rather low.
Yeah.
Are there any gestures you could do with, say, your face alone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Very good, Bob. Now, in that one, Bob just leaned his head back, opened his mouth wide, and brought his tongue out back and forth very
In a
quickly.
flickering motion.
Yes.
Flickering, like a little
Flickering.
candle.
Like a candle.
Yeah, much like a candle. It'll get hot. I guarantee it.
How about one of these, huh?
Now, Chick,
Right, Chick.
That's another one.
again, Chick has put two fingers up to his mouth
In a V shape.
in a V shape and is now looking between the
them.
V,
These are all things you should not do.
These are things you can do.
Really
Now,
offending me.
let's turn this around, ladies. Ladies, what would you do that would be considered offensive? Can you make a gesture to me that might be considered to be sexually provocative?
Come on.
Come on, please.
Turn us on. Come on.
Oh, like squeeze your boobs together or something.
That'd be a good one. Squeeze the old jugs together. That'd be a good one.
Now, if you'd go ahead and do that, we could continue the demonstration.
We're going to play along with this.
I don't think
they'll
No,
really pick it up.
See, this is... Pat goes, we're not going to play along. You know, Pat, I'm not going to
What
sign
about
off.
this gesture?
Shut up. I'm not going to sign off as your... I am not going to sign off as your trainer, Pat,
I
if
believe
you're
that
not
would be
going to play
considered-
along.
Darn.
That
that
gesture
work?
would be acceptable in this particular...
See, I have,
So that one's
I have a
okay?
technical
Oh, yeah.
question. I have a technical question.
Yeah.
In the process of training someone, aren't you in fact going to be
Offending them.
offending them,
Yeah.
harassing them?
That's
And
right.
hopefully it will lead to intercourse.
Is that the goal?
I mean, if you say to them, look, by the way, never do this.
Really, you spend your time like squeezing.
I think this
your finger
pamphlet
together and-
actually is a way for a guy to find out if the gal's a player or not.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
This could be terrible. So
Speaking of, we have to take a break.
we'll take a
here.
short break and come back with
darn.
more of our sexual
We'll come
harassment
back.
guide.
We're not done with this, Pat.
Done yet?
Come here, baby.
Oh, come on, baby.
We're only
you know
on
why we're
page
taking a break,
16.
don't you? It's the 5-minute pat down.
Really, 5 minutes later. Huh, it's a new one, Chris.
Pat down. I meant
Kristy down? We're going to take a short break.
sorry.
We're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Having a great
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
Hi there.
We are reviewing the pocket guide to prevent sexual harassment that has been provided to us by our employer. And we have to sign off on this after reviewing it. And right now we're on page 16. Once again, the pocket guide, it's about, 3 inches wide, about 8 inches long. Fits in your pocket
Sounds familiar.
conveniently.
See now,
That would be sexual harassment, Bob.
It would.
the verbal kind.
I mean, I can
Sounds
see.
familiar as sexual harassment?
Depending on how you say it.
Now,
All right, how about looks familiar?
That would be your
you could say, wow, this pocket guide is as long as my penis.
That would
And
be...
that would be...
Or
Now,
if you
that would
talked
be-
about a throbbing pocket.
Sure, see, that would be sexual harassment.
All right.
Once again, we're now reviewing page 16. Common forms of harassment, nonverbal mental behavior is where we left off. And Chick,
Before, we were having Chick kind of act out.
here's the next one. I'll see if you can have this one. This would be considered nonverbal mental behavioral sexual harassment if you were to stare at a person's body. Go ahead, try that, Chick.
If you don't mind, I'm going to join you on this one.
Now, Chick is on his knees staring at
body,
Pat's
not upper
buttocks.
skirt.
Oh,
You're not supposed to
move
touch.
clothing.
oh, sorry.
See, touching is a different. See, physical's that's very obvious. Physical assault is clearly harassment. But no, see, you're looking her up and down with the kind of leer
Yeah,
on
see,
your
some
face.
people find that very offensive. Like even in conversation, you should look at their eyes, and not your eyes shouldn't be wandering to other parts of their body when you're talking.
Well, then quit wearing those clothes.
Maybe,
Notice she had eyes, Chick?
maybe on the news they should just show your eyes. Then.
Yeah. You have the pinkest eyes I've ever seen.
See, that would be sexual harassment.
That's the verbal.
There's I think it's Larry Miller, a stand-up comedian, who says that if you haven't seen anything
until you've seen a man look at a woman in a strip club. It's like a lion staring down a gazelle.
Okay, here we go. Once again, nonverbal mental behavioral sexual harassment in the workplace. Leaning over someone at a desk.
So let's say Chick is Pat's supervisor.
Okay. Now, Chick.
That would Pat.
Chick.
That's humping.
The
That's
humping
different.
is not
That's not
necessary.
leaning, that's humping.
See, that would be physical.
Act this out. You're going to have to give me some latitude. What's my motivation? I'm an actor.
Now, see,
physical.
that would be unwanted touching, holding, grabbing, hugging, patting, fondling, kissing, pinching. They don't even have humping on here.
Humping in there.
I'm sure that generally doesn't happen.
Okay.
No,
Not on the list.
Not on the list. I'm humping.
technically not on the list.
I think humping is so obvious
The
they
word
didn't need to
finger
put
is
it
not
down.
on here.
Yes, fingering is not.
I don't see fingering. Is licking on there?
Fisting is nowhere on the
Walk up and
Fisting is not on the list.
All right.
Nowhere.
Next page.
I looked all over the list.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Will you put that down? Sorry.
Once again, nonverbal mental behavioral sexual harassment from our sexual harassment guide. Displaying or circulating sexually suggestive cartoons, letters, or pictures.
Now, see, that's part of
See
my
this,
job
look at this knitted, crocheted penis warmer that someone sent me. Is that has a place for testicles and everything. Look at that.
Now, someone indeed did send Chick a Christmas-colored, it looks like a Christmas stocking, except it is, in fact, designed to, it is in the shape,
And it has the dial position of one of our affiliates on it.
it's in the shape of it's in the shape of the male member with
102.9 Wing FM.
It's awfully big.
No,
Wait.
Wouldn't that be 102.9 Wang?
Let me think.
Chick.
Wait a minute. It's about like that.
Chick is showing
Yes, a little large.
See, that's even harassment. He's showing the size of his anatomy.
of course. Discussing his anatomy, I think.
Touch it,
Senior
Pat. Just touch
Academy.
it. Just touch it for me.
Stop it. You're doing everything wrong.
What about having to sit in the back seat and look at it, okay?
Dad,
Grounds for
I think you do, Dee.
It was about this color when I was pumping it up, too.
Now, we are referring to a recent incident in which we took a so-called penis enlarger, and in the back seat of a car, Chick and our producer, Dean,
Forever linked.
Chick was applying the
Enlarger.
systematic enlarging process, if you will.
While you were driving them.
I was driving, thank God. I was in the front seat driving.
So Dean had to sit in the back
Did
seat
I ever
with
tell
him.
you the
Now,
thing
see,
that alarmed me
that
the
would
most?
that would technically be a form of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Even though you don't
It's in
swing
the
that way.
lawsuit, I know.
Even though you don't
Yeah,
swing that
between
way.
two guys.
Did I tell you the most alarming thing about using that device? Was that right at the end when it was almost getting too painful, the appearance of looked almost like an orange peel skin.
Why
Yeah,
are you insisting
really,
telling us
really.
these
I thought you were going to say the most alarming thing about that system was that it didn't work.
Well, that's
Okay.
true. as
But
well.
you see,
let's move on.
You have to use it repeatedly.
Yeah,
I
you have to do it for
understand.
a
Yeah,
period of
sure.
time.
Oh, I have. I've been doing the work. I'm not a slacker.
Well, I think we've pretty much covered.
Well, I think it's time for the quiz then.
Well, there are a couple of things that
Scenarios? You wanna-
scenarios that we're supposed to decide.
Okay.
Oh,
If it is so, if we could have Chick portray Stephen.
Okay, I'll be Steven.
This is on page 20, Tom. Setup number 5.
All right.
And Pat will be Susan.
Okay.
Oh, I
Should I
can
read
play
this?
along.
The setup. Stephen and Susan constantly talk to each other in a suggestive manner.
no.
Stephen
Talk to
remarks,
each other.
Yeah, see, they're both involved in it.
Stephen remarks how lovely Susan looks each day, while
You
Susan,
look really, really pretty today, Pat.
while Susan,
Susan.
while Susan tells Stephen how she enjoys watching him play tennis outside of the building during his lunch hour.
Oh, yes. I love
Thank
watching
you.
you play tennis, Chick.
You can see my penis bounce up and down.
That's not in the dialogue.
Will you follow the script, please?
You know, Annette, tomorrow when I play tennis, maybe you could come over and kiss my ball.
See, he's doing a little more than
tennis balls.
Susan here.
That could be taken
The wrong way.
ways.
See,
see.
so far, Susan
Really?
just said she enjoys watching you play.
I enjoy that you
Now, it
enjoy
says,
that.
since the behavior in this situation is not unwelcome or offensive to either party, this is not considered sexual harassment, unless their actions infringe on others' ability to do their work.
Oh, really?
Remember that sexual harassment policies are intended to prevent a hostile environment. They are not meant to prevent any type of welcome.
I can't
personal
get any more
relationship.
shot because I'm constantly harassed.
I can't say.
Okay, now in this case, Chick, you will portray Todd.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
and
Todd.
Bob,
will be Peter.
you'll portray Peter.
Peter, okay.
Why am I
Okay.
not Dick?
You,
All right.
Shut up.
All right. I'm sorry.
Todd, a
I'm
plant
Todd.
excuse me. Todd, a plant manager, made homosexual advances to one of his employees, Peter. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Advance.
Hey, Peter.
You know, Peter.
Yes, Todd.
Can I call you Peter?
No, please do, Todd.
How would you feel about me rubbing your ass?
Kind of in advance.
That's direct.
Well, you know, I'd like to rub you, but it will be with my foot right between your legs.
Oh, if you're into
No,
that,
no,
that'd
wait
be
a
okay
minute.
too.
See, that-
Excuse me.
Swift
No, wait,
kick.
that's not supposed
Excuse
to be
me.
Peter's answer.
Todd continued to make advances after Peter asked him to stop.
How about
Stop.
How about now? How about now? Do it now.
About now.
Then Peter reported the incident to his supervisor in the role of the supervisor, Dean.
Supervisor?
Yes, Peter.
Todd showed me his pee-pee.
Lucky bastard.
I know, isn't it
I've
amazing?
been waiting for this moment.
Todd denied the charges and
Todd, did you do it?
I don't know what that Fruit Loop's talking about.
I see.
and subsequently fired Peter.
Oh,
Ooh.
Peter,
Yes.
you're fired. But before you go, can I touch your ass?
Yes, Peter's employment was terminated only because he refused Todd's sexual advances.
Really?
Which means he won a really big case in court, and now Peter owns the company.
And Todd is
fired
And Todd and,
hustling hand jobs down in Florida,
and Todd and Peter are now living on an island.
off the coast of Georgia. And now you know the rest of the story.
Thank you.
Now, if we can do number 9,
Okay.
I think we should have Chick portray Russell.
Can I?
Okay.
Is
Have
it a,
Kristy portray
okay.
Rose.
I was going to say I'm
Okay.
kind of tired of Pat.
Yeah,
I,
I'm
need I need some new meat. New blood.
Okay. New meat.
New meat.
Once again, as we review the sexual harassment guide we've been provided here at work. Number 9, Russell works in the warehouse stocking shelves.
Oh, God, I'm all sweaty and hot.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Rose, the warehouse supervisor.
Yeah.
So that means...
Come here, Rob.
Oh yeah.
that's right.
Give me some of that.
I think Rose got
Kristy,
this
excuse
down.
me. Kristy, you're padding your part. Please don't put so much of yourself in the role.
Give me some of that. My favorite line from adult cinema. Give me
Excuse
some
me.
of that.
Rose, the warehouse supervisor, always puts her arms around Russell's waist or accidentally, in quotation marks, bumps into him while he's working, making him feel very uncomfortable. Russell, of course, wants to hook up with Todd, the plant manager,
Of course.
because once again, Russell apparently gay. I'm sorry. Yes, Russell feels uncomfortable when Rose touches him. Therefore, this is sexual harassment.
Wow, see, it goes
Man.
both ways.
Russell, sorry, honey.
But you still
this?
want
You like
some of
that?
that, don't you? Oh,
All right,
yeah.
now, Chick, maybe you should come over here to act out number 10.
Okay, now number
You'll be portraying Sam,
number
Sam?
10.
and Kristy will be portraying Jenny.
Jenny.
Sam always leans over Jenny.
Oh, boy, here we go
Can we
again.
pick another name other than one of my oldest?
Let's call her Bambi.
Bambi.
Boy, that was another choice you could have made that would have been really
There's
wrong.
one other. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 of them. Good work.
All right.
I'm sorry. Sam always leans over. What did we decide?
Bambi.
Bambi.
No. See, the name Bambi
Yeah.
implies
No.
that she's
Okay, how about Cheryl? That's
okay.
kind of...
Cheryl.
There's no
Cheryl.
Cheryls in anybody's
Okay.
past.
Is there?
Excuse me. I turn around. Now I'm being sexually harassed. Chick has his hand down his pants.
He's
What's
just
what you got in
stuffed
there?
something down his pants.
Would you like to know, baby?
Could we? Excuse me.
They get their own...
Can we follow the script?
We have to. Could we go to the text? This is like Shakespeare. You always have to go back to the
So
text.
it's Sam and Cheryl.
Sam always leans over Cheryl and rubs his chest against her shoulder.
Oh.
Does Cheryl like
Cheryl
it?
likes it. Oh, my Cheryl, you're supposed to not like that.
While she's working at her desk, Cheryl hates it when this happens and has asked Sam to please stop several times.
She meant that.
By the way, folks, that was not acting.
That was the real thing.
Beautiful.
Now, is that sexual harassment?
Snap a bra.
Yeah, he was trying to undo my bra.
Now, see that isn't even in here. I told you,
You should just write your own book.
fingering,
Touching,
fisting, all
holding,
that stuff's not
grabbing,
in here.
Hugging, patting, fondling, kissing, pinching.
It's an NFL hat.
In your
It feels
pants?
like a cup.
Okay, so in each case, though,
What'd you
she
say?
has
What did
to-
you just say?
Feels, cup.
Oh, wow. That's, never mind.
I said rooster of some sort.
Athletic supporter, you know,
Okay,
like a
I see. Okay.
No, but in each case, Cheryl,
Now,
or
we will-
the woman is supposed to say, please stop that, right? So you're supposed to at least say, stop that.
Of course
I don't
you are,
like that.
Pat.
Please
I
stop
did
that.
say
Yeah, so
that.
see, at least she...
If you don't say that, you have probably had
Then you
dinner and
have-
roses going.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm guessing.
Yes?
Notice my bulge.
What's in your pants, chick?
the NFL hat.
It's your NFL hat, Tom.
What? That's my hat, you bastard.
Put your hat down his pants.
That is so not cool.
Oh, God.
Looks good on you.
Thank you very
I
much.
guess it's your hat.
It smells
Well,
now,
now
I
on
bet.
page 34,
Is that our quiz?
well, we can learn quickly how to come up with the resolution for this. What
For the
happens
situation.
once you realize that that
You're
you
being
do have
harassed?
a harassment case? The complaint is determined to either be founded, unfounded, or inconclusive.
Hey, Slit don't want the help, Slit don't get the help.
See, so now not only have we offended women,
Way to go.
Yeah, good
Way to go,
we've
homie. We have to
apparently
take a
offended.
break.
Okay, we'll come back and conclude our
for you.
training. By the way, I'm just guessing that this particular session isn't going to count.
This may be invalid.
Don't sign off on that.
We may get an incomplete on this. I'm not sure. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.